Trabacha and Patrick von Canol. Okay. Okay. So here I am live at the top of Schmittenhöhe, the final turn point in the Red Bull X-Alps. And about to land is Damien Lacaze, second place last time around. He's now coming in 5th place. Still an extraordinary performance from the French athlete competing for the 3rd time in this extraordinary epic race, 1,283 kilometers long, this edition. And he's just a couple of hundred meters above launch looking to top land. Let's go and see if we can find him. He's just in the sun there.
Just below the sun.
Okay. He's just spiraling down. Difficult to see from here. It's staring straight into the sun. Damien Lacaze. The French arrive. It's Damien, then Remy Baudel is also not far away. He's had an extraordinary night. He hiked 80 kilometers, pulled a night past something like 3,000 meters. He clearly wants to finish this race. But what an absolute beast to be able to do that after 8 days on the track. So far, beautiful conditions here. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the sky here. And it's building. There have been the warnings of thunderstorms are going to come through. He's still got a little bit of altitude to lose, Damien. Just want to say a big welcome to our Facebook fans who've just joined a little bit later than our fans watching on YouTube. So welcome to you both. It was a little bit of a rush to go online. It was one of those times where, oh, we've got loads of time, and then suddenly you see Damien is doing 70 kilometers an hour in the air, and everyone suddenly, whoosh, we've got to rush to get things up. So I'm just gonna, sorry if that was a little bit close up. I hadn't quite zoomed out. I just zoomed in here now too. There is Damien Lacaze. France won. The athlete with the most extraordinary performance from 2023. He had that record-breaking flight that lasted for 11 hours, and he flew 230 kilometers. And that record has actually just been broken yesterday by Andre Prochaska. Extraordinary day where Andre has flown almost, seems like he's almost flown 250 kilometers, but we're looking into the details to confirm that. At any rate, Andre had a massive day yesterday. So Damien Lacaze seems to be in no particular hurry to make the turn point. He knows his place is secure. There's absolutely no chance Remy is going to catch up with him. And he's also actually doing us all a big favor, because earlier I was talking just a minute ago to a race director, Ferdinand Vogel, and they need a little bit of time at the bottom to set up. They're not quite yet ready for him. They need still 20 minutes. So the longer Damien spends spiraling down, the better. Otherwise, we'll have to wait here for 15 minutes before he's able to launch. So, quite a few crowd here, ready to greet the Frenchman. He's now only a few hundred meters away from this turn point. So he's just there in the distance. Damien Lacaze now approaching the turn point. Just a few more wing overs. There's a clear buzz here on launch. We have a little conversation here between the race director in left and blue and his safety director Jürgen Witschicik on the mountain bike. But this is what we've come here for, the arrival of Damien Lacaze. This is his third Red Bull X-Alps. He was second in 2023. 2021, he finished in 11th place, just under 100 kilometers from launch, but he probably would have made, from goal, he probably would have made goal had he not been given a pretty stiff airspace penalty. And remember, he got that penalty this year as well. He probably quite well could have been on the podium. He got that 6-hour penalty for infringing airspace in the Ekran. He comes in 5th place. His team were initially pretty upset in St. Moritz when they learnt of the penalty, but those are the rules. And infringing airspace, even by a few meters, is a very serious offence because it's to do with air law. Here he comes. Big cheers now. Damien Lacaze. Lovely top landing there. We can see the smiles. Damien, tell us how you're doing.
I'm happy. Exhausted. Sorry. I'm happy, exhausted, but happy. Still happy. Be careful the lines, guy. Yeah. It was so difficult the 2 last days because my quadriceps is almost dead. I can't walk anymore, and so I really need for this flight. If not, I don't know how to reach the goal.
You were not so keen to repeat last year when you hiked up and had to hike all the way down and swim?
Yeah. For this year, it will be not possible. I think. It's so painful for 3 days now, and so it's done. I'm happy with that.
Are you in good spirits though? The body's hurting, but in your mind, are you still feeling good?
Yeah, yesterday I was not feeling very good when I was flushed by the wave of north wind. In my mind I was already here, and it was really difficult to accept. Fortunately my team helped me, and we find another takeoff not so far, and I had an amazing flight in the north soaring above Innsbruck. It was amazing, and it was good for my mind too. And at least I didn't cross Innsbruck by foot.
Also a little disappointment with the airspace infringement.
Yeah, a little. It was a mistake of me, of course, but I thought I saw it and I thought I was above because I watched my GPS altitude and I forgot to switch on the screen of the hoodie, and so it shows the FL level, fly level, sorry, and with fly level, which is pressure, I was inside and I didn't know. Maybe for 10 or 12 or 20 meters, but I was inside.
Yeah.
So yes, maybe without this 6 hours of penalty, it's possible to catch the first group, but for me now, after this penalty, it was not possible. They were 60 or 50 kilometers in front, and yeah.
But still, you must now be looking forward to your first time flying to the float. It's the first time for you, isn't it?
Yeah, in 3 X-Alps, it's my first time flying, and I think I have to hurry up because I feel some rain already.
Yeah, we'll let you go. Thank you so much, Damien, and congratulations.
Thank you.
This is Damien Lacaze. So as he just mentioned, we can feel rain coming on now. It's just starting to spit, even though bright sunshine over there. If we look up here, we've got a nasty cumulus just spitting on us at the moment, and the forecast is for thunderstorms to roll through. So Damien will be looking to get up and launch and get down to Gavin on the float as soon as possible.
Vous avez des Shams, tu sais s'ils ont des poches étanches là?
Oui, normalement, oui. You have the bag and everything.
So Damien is the first French athlete. 2 of the Team France have withdrawn from the race, Maxime Pinault, Tim Allanger. And now Team France is rolling through in style. We've got Damien, Remy Baudel coming next. There he is. So here we are. There's Ferdy Vogel, the race director, ready to greet him. Big smile from Ferdy.
Thank you very much.
Just getting a hug there from one of our team, Shams, who's part of Team France and been helping the French athletes in the past.
Do you have some dry bag or? Okay. Hey, salut. Merci.
So a quick explainer what happens now. Before Damien launches, he must put on a mandatory life jacket. This is actually quite a serious piece of kit because quite often athletes land in the water, and landing in water without a life jacket is a serious thing. When you're on a when you're in a harness, it's very, very difficult to stay afloat. Often they invert, they fill with water, your wing fills with water, and it's very, very dangerous. So he's going to get a life jacket on.
One bag is for the devices, what you want, everything what you want to stay dry and want to fly down.
Is okay in one bag. I have just that and.
And of course, athletes don't want to get their instruments wet, so they can put all their instruments in a dry bag.
Les gars, je vais pas trop traîner parce qu'il commence à faire des bouches.
It was not easy to come down here, huh?
Yeah, and my team is not
on
the flat yet. They have to wait.
No, you can stay here.
Okay.
If you want.
Wait. Ok, j'emballe tout là, je pourrais plus parler dans 3 minutes. This one and this one.
How long they need to be on the float?
Maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
So if you want, you can stay here.
Yeah, but I don't want to
Fly in the rain.
fly in the rain.
So they're just deciding here about when to launch. I think in an ideal world, Damien would like to wait for his team and fly down with his supporter, which is one of the nice rules of this race. An athlete can go down with his supporter, but with this rain coming, he wants to get a move on. So I think they're going to head off quite soon. Ferdy, so can you give us a little update on what's happening? What's the decision here on whether to wait or go down?
The idea is to fly down. The clouds getting bigger and bigger. Some rain is over there, and so before it's rained too much, he will fly down for sure.
Yeah.
His team is just 5 minutes away from the goal down there, so he maybe will wait for this, but then he will fly down. Remy is far away and stuck somehow with the rain, so he has time.
And who else is out there? I think Patrick von Kennel and Toby Grossrobacher. How far away are they?
They are flying now around Innsbruck, and the clouds are not looking that bad over there, what I saw. And we cross the fingers that the thunders and the rain is not rising too fast, that they also reach it today.
So realistically, who's going to make goal today? We've got Damien, Remy.
It really depends on the weather now. It's quite hard to say. So the forecast was a bit better what we see now. So we never know.
Have you had a good race? What's it been like for you as race director? What have been your impressions of the 2025 edition?
Wow, it was my second time and I liked it a lot. It was nice to see all the athletes smiling and have fun. Only the first day and the second day was a bit stressful because of the thunders and the first storm. But afterwards they could enjoy it a lot. And now I'm a bit of worried about the last ones because we now get really strong winds, rainy days. And so the decision making now will be more difficult for them to decide they go in the air or just walking. So when you walk the whole day, it will become more and more.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, the decision making is more in direction. Maybe it's flyable,
yes.
Because walking is that bad. So this kind of decisions are now we have to look for.
You have to be concerned about, yes. And tell me, you're a competition pilot yourself. Have you been impressed by some of the flying that's been happening? I think Andre had a massive day yesterday. Do you have any details on that? Because we're hearing he might have broken Damien's record, but we haven't yet got confirmation on that.
Yes, so I also don't know the record numbers, but it's always awesome to see them flying that far over the Alps in places where normally no one is flying XC. So this is just awesome to see them and to see the smiles.
I think he started yesterday sort of near the Via Ferrata, near the Mont Blanc turn point, went rounded Les Deux Alpes and then ended up near Domodossola.
Yes.
So certainly a big day. We're actually, the team is analysing the GPX file just to get some confirmation on it.
I also wonder how much it really was.
I wonder what, thanks Ferdy. I wonder what Damien would make of that if his record has been broken. That was his extraordinary 11-hour flight in 2023, covering 230 kilometers. I'm just going to check on, see if I've had any feedback yet from the team on the confirmation on that. I did put some feelers out earlier to the team. Oh, I'm also seeing that Remy Bourdelle has now landed, probably due to rain, and he's just 40 kilometers away. So if you're on foot, 40 kilometers, well, 10K an hour, 4 hours for Remy. But, he's already hiked 80 kilometers already. So that last 40 kilometers could take him all day. So no confirmation yet. It's no confirmation yet on Andre's big day yesterday. Certainly a big day. Massive. But whether it is a record in a Red Bull X-Alps history remains to be confirmed, and as soon as we're able to do that, we will do so. Now, at the moment, we're just looking at Damien taking his time. So So I don't know if you heard that, but just overheard Ferdy saying to Damien, take your time on the way down, because they're still not 100% ready at the bottom. They have to get everything set up with the float, and the safety boat has to be in place, and they're all volunteers and they do an amazing job. But obviously they have to be called away from other jobs, and so there has to be a clear window. So Damien just been told no spiral dives all the way down. He's to float his way down. Well, let's So Damien, are you going to spiral and wing overs all the way down?
Sorry?
Are you going to do spiral dives and wing overs all the way down?
Yeah, because it was climbing at 5 meters by second over there. And it was longer than expected to go down. Okay, now takeoff is here.
Now, do you think you're going to land on the float?
Here, on the float. I don't know. I think I will just enjoy the moment and do what I want, but I have no plan for the fly.
Are you gonna try and stay dry?
Doesn't matter. maybe yes, but if I miss the float, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
There's another takeoff.
Here
It's in this direction down there.
yeah, because
And at this wind now, maybe this one is better. Okay.
So at this stage of the game, athletes are being, we're looking out for their safety. So Ferdy's just telling Damien there's a slightly better launch around the corner.
T'es plus à 200 mètres, Fred?
Landing on the other side of the mountain.
this morning when we reached the takeoff, it was west wind.
A lot of west wind.
Yeah, and south. My friend. Why it's not breeze and on the east face, and finally we saw the west face and jump over there. Yeah. After it was good, but the beginning was difficult for the mind.
I think the wind now will increase and more and more, and all the athletes behind will get really.
I don't know if Remy will manage.
They're just talking about how the weather is going to close in behind Damien. He may be the last one to get through and get this flight down to the landing float. Something he's never done in his 3 Red Bull X-Alps outings. Last time around, memorably, hiked up at about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and continued the hike all the way down to the bottom to secure his second place because it wasn't able to fly and didn't want to risk the others catching up. So then we had, for the first time ever, someone swimming to the float to claim their place. I recall at the time he wasn't overly happy about it, but one of those Red Bull X-Alps things, and it's all about the adventure. And there was a wonderful sight when he and his team just did strip off and they all piled in and swam to the float, and in the end it didn't affect the big smiles. So I think we're going to see some big smiles again. Right now he's just so exhausted. If you just joined the feed, have a chance to scroll back, he says his legs don't work. He wouldn't have been able to hike up the mountain with the condition of his quads. It's basically seized up. He said, I can't walk. So yeah, you can see lots of that tape on him, on his leg, and I guess lots of après sport massage gel for him later on from one of the physios or masseurs around here. But I'm just going to show you the view. This is the launch down to the lake. This is what athletes see as they launch, and I think we're going to launch here. There's a little windsock there, very light breeze. However, Damien did just say to get here, he was experiencing 5 meters a second thermals, so it did have to spiral down. But right now, I think we just Gonna see him about to launch here. Now we should have Gavin down at the bottom, ready to take over the live feed.
Good.
Just going to get into position here. He's about to launch. So I hope Gavin is ready, because
Looks good, Damien.
oh no, and it's starting to rain now. We can feel clear raindrops. But this is Damien Lacaze. Team France 1 launching now for the finisher's float. And he's in the air. Damien Lacaze is now on the final glide to the finisher's float in Zell am See. Fantastic performance from the Frenchman.
Let's go, Damien. It's a better option.
The exhaustion is just written on Damien's face, but pretty sure that in a few moments we're going to see that replaced with the elation when he's on that float with his team, getting the champagne out. And yeah, it's now starting to rain, so that gate may now close here at Schmittenhohe. We just heard Remy Bourdelle is 40 kilometers away. We don't know yet when he can get up here, whether he can fly or whether he's going to be forced to continue on foot and just add another 40 kilometers to the 80 kilometers he's done in the last 24 hours. Whoa, that must hurt. His feet are going to be in some state by tonight. But such a strong athlete, Remy Bourdelle from the Chamonix Valley. We can just see Damien Lacaze still there in the distance. And soon we hope that Gavin will pick up the feed and take us to the landing float.
Damien just executed his final start of this year's Red Bull X-Alps campaign and is on the final glide to...
Guys, I'm ready anytime. Just throw it to me whenever.
He will land shortly, a few moments away of completing his Red Bull X-Alps campaign 2025 en route to Zell am See.
Josh, talk to me. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready whenever. All right, hi everybody. This is Gavin McClure coming to you live from down at the Red Bull Raft. We're just waiting on Damien Lacaze. You can see it's gotten a little bigger in the last few minutes, and clouds have gotten much bigger. Apparently there's some rain up on the Schmittenhoe, and which has forced Remy Bourdelle down to the ground. Unfortunately, he's about 40K out, so we're gonna have a little bit of time before he arrives, but we're just waiting. We're gonna see him any minute here, and I'm sure he's gonna press us down to the raft. And then we'll say hi to our 5th place finisher, Damien Lacaze, in the 2025 Red Bull X-Alps. He was second. I felt quite a surprising second, not because he's not an amazing pilot, he's an amazing athlete. And he showed us what he was made of in the 2021 race. He would have definitely made gold that year had he not hit that airspace violation. But and it was stiff competition in the last edition, and he was and he just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and really had an amazing last couple days to come in second. Unfortunately, he didn't get to fly last year because he arrived at night and had to walk all the way down the Schmittenhoe. Down to Zell am See, so this time he's going to get to fly down and impress us with a fancy landing on the raft. So here we are. We're just waiting for him, and in the meantime, we can take a little tour with the camera here of ZLMC and all the fans.
Because they still have to
Still quite a nice day, but you can see the skies back behind up in the big Alps, and the terrain that the athletes are flying to is quite bad today, and it's going to overdevelop big time. Not nearly the nice day we had yesterday for big flying. And so, and I understand back towards Lermoos and the Zugspitze Arena and St. Moritz that it's going to get real big real quick today. So we're seeing some flying this morning, but I think this afternoon is going to be dedicated back to the old guns and the legs. And all these already really tired athletes are unfortunately going to have to push on the ground. There might be little windows, but we expect this overdevelopment to get pretty intense today. So let's see, where is he? He should be right above us about now. There he is. Okay, well, if we turn the camera around, we can see him up there just in the distance. I'm going to position him right near the raft for him to come down. He's probably a tiny little dot there on that camera, but white wing on a white sky, that's hard to see, so we'll give it a little more time before he comes down. But 5th place, remarkable result in a remarkably fast race against so many remarkable athletes. Damien's a real joy to be around. I had him on the podcast a couple years ago, and amazingly articulate about the sport that we all love, and phenomenal PWC pilot, and in the last bunch of years has become a phenomenal, obviously, hike and fly athlete. Spends a lot of time down the Briançon zone, which is famous for really strong valley winds and very good flying, but a demanding place to fly down in the Écrins, where every year big FAI triangles go down, and we've seen his name up on X Contest a lot in the last few years. I understand he's completely exhausted. We went and joined him, gosh, was that yesterday morning now? It seems like a lifetime ago. But we were gonna hike up the hill with him and fly with him, and got to his camp at about 6 a.m. and his supporters ran out of the tents and went, no, shh, go away. He's exhausted, he wants to sleep. He told us to give him till 8 o'clock before we wake him up. So I understand his legs are just totally shot. And luckily, he was able to fly in before things got really big today. So he's going to be really excited to be in here. And from here, he can just swim and relax and eat and take it easy and enjoy this remarkable moment with his amazing team. They're all out here just behind us in another boat. Big smiles. Yeah, there you go. Okay, he's positioned himself. We call this over the box. He's over the box, and he's gotten himself in perfect place with a little bit of wind blowing down the lake. Oh, here we go. Here comes the acro, folks. Just did a nice full stall there. Maybe he was going to do some helis, but helis are hard to do when you're tired. I was really impressed with Aaron's yesterday. There we go. Little back fly. Some wingies.
Also, he is showing us what he is capable of doing. This is basically the trophy land for all of them. The last few vertical meters down to Lake Zell in.
Oh, it's such a good feeling. Such a good feeling to make it in. He's just got to be thrilled.
For the very, very first time today, he will obviously be able to hear us.
All right, some nice spirals. Oh, nice reversal there.
Please prepare for a huge round of applause for
Fast descent techniques for the French. Yeah, buddy! Woo! Damien! Woo!
Und da hören wir sie schon, die Marseille.
Oh, he's got to be so psyched.
Supporter, da wird schon gesungen und gejubelt. Das ist der 5. Platz, meine Damen und Herren, Zell am See.
Putting his beautiful wing to the last beautiful test here.
Und Damien Lacasse hat seinem Gaul das letzte Mal die Sporen gegeben. Noch einmal zu Fuß und mit dem Gleitschirm. Das waren die einzigen beiden Bedingungen. Mehr als 1300 Kilometer. Erste Crowflies. Und jetzt sehen wir ihn schon jubeln da mit seinem.
All right, we'll get a little position a little bit closer to the raft now to watch this landing. We've got the drones going and the safety folks, our race mastermind over at Grill. Whoa, yeah! Woo! Excellent. We understand there's a gust front up on the Schmittenhoe.
Begrüßen den Fünften, wie es sich beim redbullxalps gehört. Gratulation noch einmal an die beiden Männer, die hier ihre Kameraden im Zell am See begrüßen.
Lars Meerstetter is just next to us swimming in the lake. And here we go. All right. Doing some fancy.
Bravo, liebes Publikum, Zell am See!
Woo! Yeah, Damien! Woo! Yeah. Will do. Yeah! Woo! Yeah, Damien! Yeah, buddy! Woo!
Also Sie sehen schon, am Handling soll es nicht scheitern. Söckchen sollte es dieses Wort
Yeah, Damien!
für den Franzosen. Und das erste Quintett somit bei uns im Spiel. DJ Jojo, blas uns den Marsch, vielleicht sogar die Marseillaise zur Feier des Tages. Aber das überlassen wir natürlich dir.
Woo! Oh, awesome. This is his team, just joined him. Obviously having a great emotion. Yeah, Damo! Woo! Yes! 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 Nice work, you guys. Amazing.
Was für ein Abenteuer! Waren sie gemeinsam unterwegs und jetzt gibt es dort natürlich.
Ah, what a scene! Yeah, baby! Yes! Woo!
Exakt, genau. Und
Maybe even better than jumping into the med. Fantastic. What a beautiful place to end this race. I know his legs must be feeling really good in that water. How's it feel, Damo?
For the live stream.
How does it feel?
How does it feel?
From 2 years ago, huh? Still swimming.
I promise I won't pull on your legs like that.
Thanks.
So proud of you, man. Nice work. Good job. How do you feel? You're tired.
Yeah, and for 3 days now, I have fucking pain in the quadriceps, and this morning I was almost not able to walk.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's difficult for 3 days now. And yesterday when I was smashed by the north wind, I was devastated because in my mind I was already here.
Yeah. Mentally,
And,
it's hard to.
yeah, mentally it was difficult, and I was this stormy front coming on us, and I was not sure to be able to come here by flight, and I was sure I was not able to come by foot.
Man, you were close this morning.
yeah.
It was blowing up.
Yeah. Remy is 20 k's behind,
I
and
know, poor
can do
guy.
it.
Yeah, and he pushed hard. He did 80K last night, apparently. You know, yesterday I came to fly with you, and I raced up to your camp at 6, and everybody jumped out there and said, no, go away. He's tired. He wants to sleep.
Ah, so it was you.
It was me. I hope
My
I
team
didn't
said
wake
me,
you up.
but they thought it was Adi.
Yeah. No, I wanted to fly with you, but I said, no, he's sleeping. He needs to rest.
Nice.
Yeah, your thighs are hurting, huh? Now you get
now
to just
rest.
eat and rest, massage, beers. I'll join you for a beer later. Nice job, man. Good work.
Make a change.
No, I already drink one at the top.
So, thanks for joining us on the Red Bull Raft. 5th place, Damien Lacaz. We're going to be live later today for Remy's arrival, so stay tuned on YouTube and Facebook. Stay with us for the Red Bull X-Alps. There's a lot of racing left to happen, a lot of crazy stuff going out there in the mid-pack, a lot of crazy weather coming today. It's going to be exciting. Stay with us. I'll see you for the next one. Thanks. Got him on block.